Hello friends, welcome to the Cold War Prepper. My name is Lee. So here is the haul for the period ending 12/18, 2022. So let's start off here. We have 6 bottles of butane for the Mr. Buddy. We have 2 trays of the 6-hour chafing fuel. That's going to be 48 continuous hours of fuel to run the Vesta Instafire safe heater. And we went to the Class 6 store, which is the booze store at Camp Mabry, and I was looking for Eagle Rare and ended up getting instead a bottle of Jim Beam Double Oak and a bottle of Buffalo Trace. Now, Buffalo Trace in and of itself is difficult to find, but we did find that. Some people say that it's even better than Eagle Rare, but I prefer the Eagle Rare. We're still on we have that on special order yet. A can, which is 10 servings, and a bag, Daily Action Pack, 9 servings of Homestyle Scramble. This is my favorite of all the nutrient survival foods that they have. So we, for Christmas, have a tradition that I cook Bauernfrühstück, or German farmer's breakfast, and which is a concoction of scrambled eggs, hash brown potatoes, sausage and bacon, bell peppers, and so this is basically Bauernfrühstück without the mushrooms and without the meat. So you can use this and cook for everybody and have Bauernfrühstück as long as you add some meat and some mushrooms, and you got a fantastic breakfast. So my favorite item from Nutrient Survival. They had a special going on. You could add the word cookies at the end of your order as a checkout, and you get a can of chocolate chip cookie meals. So each one of these cans has a 15-day or 15 meal supply of cookies. So 2 cookies equals 1 meal. So there's 30 total cookies in each can, 15 meals. I thought that was a very good deal. And then also, if you ordered anything, and you had, so I had another order. I had 3 orders this month. And you could put in Memory 30 and get a 30-day supply of memory chocolates. So we did that. Continuing along the back with the rice, we got 3 different types of rice this period. The instant rice, because that is so easy to cook during a grid down situation. So if Snowmageddon comes and we lose power, the easiest way to cook rice is going to be the instant rice. Boil and bag rice is fantastic. That's what we used in the disaster response field. So, this is a boil and bag, 4 different meals, or 4 different servings there. Then we have the bacon grease we ordered from Amazon. So 2 packages of bacon grease. This fan is for the Mr. Buddy system. So it goes on a tray, and then it spreads the warmth from the Mr. Buddy. Do not put the fan directly on Mr. Buddy, because Mr. Buddy will get too hot and it'll cause the fan not to work. It has to be separated from your Mr. Buddy system just a little bit cooler, so that it can power that fan and get the air circulating. And I'll show you how we're going to do that when the other part comes in. A bottle of Tabasco sauce, and then an Olight that I picked up at the Camp Mabry for my key ring. Picked up the Changing World Order from Ray Dalio. I hope it reads a lot better than The Fate of Empires. I just finished reading that, and oh my God, that's the most difficult book I have ever read in my life. Then we got in the Roman Catholic Catechism, what we believe, and along with a workbook. And then I got the Tactic Academy lesson manual on basically nuclear survival. So that's kind of all that stuff. Going up front here, we picked up 3 cans of red beans, the light, the dark, and the regular, and 1 can of tomato sauce. That's going to be used for chili. 2 cans of butter beans, and we've got butter beans and lima beans. And so let me tell you, it's 2 different things. Helen fixes a casserole with the butter beans, and that's got butter beans, sausage, onions, and potatoes. And no onions. And a crust of panko breadcrumbs, and then that turns into a casserole she sticks in the oven. And that's my daughter's favorite. So she usually requests that about every 6 months, and so we need butter beans for that. The lima beans, you just boil those like you would normal beans, cook them like normal beans, and we add in potatoes, onions, and ham, and so that's going to be, you know, another phenomenal meal. More nutrient survival. So we got a package of two packages of Immune Boost. That's 30 servings of Immune Boost, and three packages of Special Ops Rocks, which is the nutrient survival candy. And continuing on, a can of whole kernel corn and a can of French style green beans. The reason I picked those up, I was at Walmart. They had them out in the center, 50 cents a can. When you see stuff at 50 cents a can, you got to pick it up. A can of shrimp and a can of tortilla soup. Continuing on over here, we have Stable, which is a gas stabilizer, and that'll help you keep your gas for up to a year. I was talking with Tool Man Tim, and Tool Man Tim said he prefers Pri-G. So I ordered it, and reading, you know, some of the stuff behind it, Pri-G will also bring back old gasoline, so it'll restore old gasoline. Got in a couple of decals from the VFW, and a decal is basically a German word. It means covering, so it covers the table. So, you know, in Germany, there's games you play when you're drinking, and you take the decals, cardboard decals on the table, and flip them up with your fingers, then try to catch them in the air, and you can tell how drunk you are by doing that. And so we got a couple of decals in. Kind of ironic, I'm showing it on the German table, and I renewed my fishing super combo hunting everything license at Academy. My grandson wants me to take him fishing, so I needed to make sure I had that up to date, and I didn't realize it had expired. But then we got at the LDS Provident Living Store a can of Great Northern white beans and a can of rice. So this is the third type of rice I'm showing you. We also picked up 2 tarps at Harbor Freight. Gosh, let me tell you, the sun here will destroy tarps, and so I've got to replace the 2 tarps in the backyard that are covering items I want covered, and then we're going to take those tarps that are kind of sun torn from the backyard and cover the plants in the front yard with Snowmageddon coming on. Then we also got in a 40-pound bag of dog food for the girls, and then a 20-pound bag of Caesar's dog food, along with a case of the Caesar's. They come in little bitty trays, but it's basically a meat of, or a serving of a type of meat. And so what we'll do is on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, we mix that little one meal among the 3 Chihuahuas, and each one gets 1/3 of that can or that tray, and we mix it in and squash it in with their regular food, and that's a special treat for them. So, well, you're kind of getting to see our Eckbank Gruppe. So here's the German, what do you call it? Anyhow, that's where we Germans would keep their china and crystal and everything else, and that's what we have. That's all of our china and crystal that we bought in Germany. And then you can see the Eckbank Gruppe here. That's the corner table or corner settee, and then his chair and her chair, and then we also have 2 little stools that fit in here, so this can seat 8 people very easily. So anyhow, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, because this is probably going to be the last video before Christmas of all of our hauls. So remember that we're all in this together, so we can come out the other side together. Please be kind, polite, and respectful to each other, because togetherness is the key. Take care. Bye-bye.